Capítulo 3, Video 8. Los verbos dar, ir, y estar. These three verbs have an awful lot in common, so they're usually taught all together in a bunch. They're slightly irregular, but that's because they're so useful that over time people have sort of put their own flavor onto these. We'll start with the first one, dar. This is an AR verb, and for the most part it behaves almost exactly like the verbs we've been looking at in this chapter. Mostly the endings o, as, a, amos, ais, an apply. It means to give. Record these in your notes. Yo doy. Tú das. Usted, él or ella da. Nosotros damos. Vosotros dais. Ustedes, ellos, ellas dan. I give. You give. You, he or she gives. We give. You all give. You give. They give. La maestra da una buena nota. A+. Good grade that the teacher has given. Oh, da mucha tarea también. She gives a lot of homework too. Here's some other examples. I don't know about your family, but mi familia da muchas fiestas. Todo el año. Or how about this one? Yo doy flores a mi madre. And at Thanksgiving, we could say, nosotros damos gracias. We give thanks. The next verb, ir. Really important verb because we're always going places. The verb ir comes from Latin, and that's why it looks kind of funny when you compare it to the forms that it uses. Here they are. Yo voy, tú vas, usted, él, ella va. Nosotros vamos, vosotros vais, ustedes, ellos, ellas van. As you're copying these down in your notes, you should notice that it really is almost identical to the verb give. The only difference is it's the letter V instead of the letter D. I go, you go, he or she goes. We go, you all go, they go. Where are these ladies going? Las mujeres van a la tienda. Nosotros vamos a la escuela en bus escolar. Now this verb ir usually has the word a right after it because normally we're going to a place. Some examples. Roberto va a Taco Bell. Robert's going to Taco Bell. Nosotros vamos a la fiesta. Yo voy a casa. I'm going home. Ellos van a Disneylandia. Now this ir verb, to go, can also be used with a to describe something that's about to happen. That structure will be the form of ir that you use in your sentence to match the subject. Then you add the word a. And then the action that you're about ready to do. Here's some examples. Roberto va a comer tacos en Taco Bell. Nosotros vamos a celebrar en la fiesta. Yo voy a escuchar mi MP3 en casa. Ellos van a visitar a Mickey en Disneylandia. So, going to eat. We are going to celebrate. I go to listen to my MP3. They're going to visit. It kind of adds an ing to it. See, going to happen. And our third verb is the verb estar, which means to be. Kind of like what state are we in or what is our status. The forms look very much like the ones we've got for the other two verbs, except this one has some accent marks. And that's a kind of an important thing to pay attention to. So when you copy this one down, be sure you notice the accented A in tú, usted, el, ella, and over here in estáis, and then ustedes, ellos, and ellas. Yo estoy, tú estás, usted, él, ella está. Nosotros estamos, vosotros estáis, ustedes, ellos, ellas están. Está en la tienda. Y nosotros estamos en la clase. For this lesson, let's just look at estar as its singular first meaning, to be located. Later on in the book, we're going to use it for some other situations as well. Okay, we've got our three main verbs for this lesson. Da, gives, va, goes, or está, is located. And I have 9 sentences for you. I'd like to see if you can figure out whether you would use da, va, or está to complete them. Now, how do you do that? You look at the meaning of the sentence. The first one says, Juana, paper to her sister. So would that be da, va, or está? Use your notes to refer to what they mean. The teacher blank in front of the class. My cousin to Columbia. The policeman directions. I'll leave the rest to you. Put the video on pause while you figure out your answers and wait until you get them all written down before you move on to the next screen, please. I guess you're ready. Here are the answers.